and a warm welcome to this Friday edition of the Dugout. Action-packed.
Once again, we are on time.
No, actually we are 5 minutes late.
6 minutes.
No, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
But some of our family members are not very happy with it.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are not very happy with it. They're saying like, oh, you continue to be late and all that. But yeah, my mic actually created an issue with the battery. That is why that took over 2-3 minutes. So, technology, I tell you, one of the banes of our existence.
There was an interview going on here. So 5 minutes, we'll cover up for with an amazing interview.
Oh, yes. There was an interview. You can find out that player who we did that interview about. It'll be up pretty soon. So do subscribe to Sports Today for that. But oh, what an action-packed day already for the second consecutive day. If we thought 23rd of January was way too action-packed, January 24th has also proven to be very action. Before I come to the main topic, which is kind of a preview to the second T20I between India and England that will happen tomorrow in Chennai, let's focus on the two games that happened today. Mumbai versus Jammu and Kashmir in BKC. And Delhi guys all look away because Delhi have been hammered in just 2 days by Saurashtra. Because
And they're all but out.
all but out. But when were Delhi ever seriously in contention with the squad that they had?
Last time when Rishabh Pant played, that was the last time you were in contention.
17,
of winning
right?
Sorry, Ranji
You reached the
Trophy.
final before losing to
17,
Vidarbha.
18, yeah, that was the period. So, Mumbai versus Jammu and Kashmir. Man, oh man, we saw more action. Rohit Sharma started off like he had a train to catch from Churchgate from Bandra to Borivali. 28 runs, 3 sixes and 2 fours.
35 balls.
35 balls, but then 28 runs. That was it. 28 runs is all she wrote. And he had a combined total of, well, lo behold, 31 runs on his Ranji comeback.
The number of runs he scored in
In the BGT also, yes. Rohit Sharma's weird fascination with 31 continues because he had this much runs in 3 tests in the BGT combined. He had this much runs combined in the first match that he's played.
Doesn't it feel like it's all coming full circle for Rohit Sharma? Where was the first time when Rohit Sharma actually arrived in international cricket?
Yes.
Champions Trophy?
No,
As an opener.
Yeah,
I'm saying
absolutely.
Once he arrived as in full style, once he was your... No, I'm saying
that was
arrival
the
of
Rohit
Sharma. That was the peak.
I'm saying 2007.
No, but that was again in the middle order. Where he actually made his name as an opener was 2013
June 2013.
Champions Trophy.
Right. Yep, 2013 Champions Trophy.
And now we are again heading into the Champions Trophy in Dubai. And it just, I don't know, just feels like coming full circle for Rohit. Where it all started, it might just
End for him.
could.
Yeah,
could.
see,
It
but then
Wouldn't
again,
want that, but again.
we are mixing formats. I mean, in 2013,
That was also one day only, na?
no, but then we are talking about a first class match today.
I'm talking about Champions Trophy.
Champions Trophy, see, there is not much doubt about Rohit Sharma, the white ball player as such. There are major question marks over Rohit Sharma, the red ball batter. Today, and we have also done this video, like this innings and also the first innings also, the timing is gone for Rohit Sharma. He is slow to react on that extra bounce, which means that his reflexes are also slowing. I mean, full circle, you want to say karma. There was once a poll run by a particular organization, like who has the best pull shot.
Oh, yeah.
And Rohit Sharma's name was not there. And they said, oh, look, it seems to be, I am working from home. We had a dig at that organization. But then if you look at the last 2 games, he's fallen prey to the pull shot. Pat Cummins took him on in Melbourne. Here, you had Umar Nazir Mir picking him up. Today, yes, it was Yudhvir Singh Charak who got that wicket, but it wasn't a short ball. It was a back of a line delivery. He tried to forcefully work it to the leg side, but it ended up spooning the catch. Rohit Sharma, at this point in time, there are more questions on his red ball career. I'm very sorry to say. Whether he will even feature, whether should he feature in the England tour also? Because as a captain...
Do you see him featuring in the England tour?
I don't think so.
In current form, no way.
I think Rohit has played his last test, and it was clearly the MCG test that he was part of.
Could have been the SCG one, but again...
Yeah, could have been the SCG one. I don't think, playing in Ranji Trophy is really going to help Rohit's case of making a possible comeback into the Indian Test team. I think even if he plays the next round of Ranji matches beginning January 30, even if he scores, 100 in that game, I don't really see, Rohit making a comeback because of the way things have gone by in the last two test series for India, which basically made sure that they did not qualify for the WTC final. I think this Indian team needs a change. This is not the time, we are discussing this thing at Sports Today. We have done it multiple times. So any which ways, I don't think playing Ranji is going to help Rohit's case.
Look, we celebrated yesterday for a token gesture. Yesterday was a token gesture that yes, all our stars kicking and screaming have been told to play the Ranji Trophy. Okay? Rohit and Virat were the prime symptoms of what everything went wrong in that 11, 12 years. So-called PR pundits will say, no, that time the calendar was cramped, it was packed. There were too many tours going on.
Calendar has been cramped from the last 16 years now.
Exactly.
Since the time, there has been IPL.
Today, in the gap between, okay, yes, now you're not playing T20 cricket, that's why you've escaped. So from 6th to 6th, you had a 30-day break and you're playing 2 Ranji Trophy games. But contrast that pre-COVID and post-COVID, you always took rest in order to be directly fit for the international games. You thought, okay, I'm a big player. We discussed all that. I'm a big player. I need only the international thing to go for it. And Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma. Now Virat Kohli will be playing in the Delhi versus Railways encounter on January 30th, which will happen at Arun Jaitley Stadium. That's what is been told, that it will happen in Arun Jaitley, not at Palam, not at Karnail Singh Stadium. It'll happen at Arun Jaitley. Yeah. So let's see if Virat Kohli does play that, which most likely he will.
Yeah, he will, because he has confirmed his availability for that game.
He has confirmed his availability. See, Delhi anyway are all but out. They are just playing one game against Railways, and it's just they want to complete all their games before the final. When's the final? March.
Yeah. March. I think it's February 22nd to March 2nd. February 26th to March 2nd, if I'm not
February
wrong.
26th to March 2nd. Okay,
but
so
I think there's an interesting thing, that's been said by Brad Hawke, the former Australian cricketer, and obviously that video is uploaded on Sports Today. You can watch it. He said that there is more off-field drama that has affected Virat Kohli's game. Like he's a father now. He has other things to take care of. Is that really the case?
Not
or are
really.
the BCCI rules really stressful?
Look, the BCCI rules have been made in haste. Okay, the diktat has been made in haste. I am not going to be fooled by this new thing. Oh, you have to take domestic cricket seriously. How can a generational change happen in 1-2 days? Yes, it can begin. But is this going to be the future for most of the young players going ahead? No, I don't think so. The calendar is only going to get even further cramped. There's not going to be too much emphasis on specialist players in formats. Rohit, Virat, and the managements that were there prior to this, they allowed it to fester. Your domestic system is not a magic potion that is going to help you get form. Even if Virat scores 200s against Railways, this is a Railways attack we're talking about. It's not going to set the stage on fire. Rohit, if he plays, I don't know who are Mumbai playing in the next round. I have to just check that. Even if he gets 200s there, it doesn't change the basic fact. When you had to do it, you didn't do it. All this will be swept under the carpet after February 2nd. Because you're going to focus on the ODIs against England, you're going to focus on the Champions Trophy, you're going to focus on the IPL. You are not going to focus in June too much because June first week anyway, you're not going to be part of the WTC final. What has happened has happened. The other person now who is facing the brunt of all of this, okay, he's also facing a slightly weakened, from the high he's facing a slight low. Rishabh Pant, 1-17 against Saurashtra. But Pant at least played Dulip Trophy. Jaiswal played Dulip Trophy. Shubman Gill played Dulip Trophy. You have to train your guns on the seniors. Wow, I mean, if Rohit Sharma wants to come back to form, look at it. On 30th Jan, Mumbai take on Meghalaya. And man, oh man, this is going to be awesome then. And I think it is happening in Mumbai only, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's not happening elsewhere. It is happening in Mumbai only. So, wow, if you really want to get back into form, just ensure you trounce Meghalaya then. But again, will he play? Because he has to get ready for even the ODI series.
I think if Virat Kohli plays, then it maybe gives an indication.
But
that
Virat
the
didn't
other
play
stars,
this round.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
But
round
it
he
does,
was injured, no?
yeah, but it does give an indication that these players can still, take part in the last round of matches. Because see, 30th, 31st, 1st, 2nd, you will still have 3 more days before the ODI series against England begins, which is on February 6th.
6th, yeah.
So I think any which ways, I don't really see Indian team having an elongated 5 to 7 day camp before the beginning of the ODI series, because any which ways the T20 series is ending on January 31st. So I think, yeah, there's still a chance.
T20 series ending on
Second.
2nd February. Yeah, sorry. So any which ways, the team doesn't, it doesn't look like that, they are going to have a long camp before the ODI series. So who knows?
See, Feb 2, Feb 3, it's ending, the T20 series.
Second.
Yeah.
6th, 9th and 12th are your ODIs.
31st is the 4th ODI.
4th
T20.
ODI, yeah. So, it will be a very touch and go situation for Rohit Sharma. But Virat will play because he didn't play this round. He was injured. KL Rahul, I think, might play for Karnataka, or he might miss out because of an injury. So, I don't know how things happen. But then, I am not going to read too much into this token gesture that has been given by our senior players and the BCCI management.
No, I think if now even Virat Kohli is coming and playing, and even Rohit Sharma has played, I think moving ahead, we even saw Hardik Pandya play most of the domestic red ball season, 90%
He played
of
white
it.
ball.
Yeah, so red ball too, he doesn't play na anyway. So
Yeah.
that's why I feel that this diktat would be taken much more seriously moving ahead now that all your senior players have come. Rohit Sharma,
It's come
because-
too late.
No, it's definitely come too late, but it's better late than never, right? So I think it's starting to follow from now on, and you'll see that. But one thing that I agree with here with you is that if that's the case, then why so many players from the domestic circuit are now have gone and joined their franchise camps, and they're missing out on the Ranji Trophy? I know a few players who could have been playing the Ranji Trophy right now, but they are prioritizing the IPL camps because the IPL also coming. So most of the franchises have already started the camps for the players who are not part of the international circuit. So even they should be playing in the Ranji trophy right now. Maybe they are more predominantly white ball players. Maybe that's the case. But if you're available, then you should be playing Ranji Trophy. If you're not selected, then that's fine. But I know at least a couple of players who could have been playing Ranji Trophy at this point, but are with their IPL camp. So that is something that's a little contradicting in terms of the diktat. But apart from that, I think moving forward, you will see players play more often in the domestic circuit.
But Shashwat, like before we move on, who are the players who you are referring to?
There are a few.
If you can name maybe one or two.
I can't name that.
Okay, so were they like really selected for their respective
Yeah,
Ranji
I
team?
checked. Yeah.
And still, they are a part
No,
of
they weren't selected because they weren't available.
They weren't available.
Yeah.
Okay, they basically
Yeah.
said that they are going to be
Yeah.
unavailable,
Yeah.
just like Sanju Samson told KCA.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
They
Okay.
were not selected because of that reason.
I think it can really happen to a few players. Let's say, in case of Hardik Pandya, as long as the communication that he has with the BCCI, that's clear that, listen, boss, I'm going to be a part of only the white ball teams because I see my future as predominantly an ODI or a T20I player. I think as long as it
ODI
happens,
and test player.
ODI and T20I player,
Hardik.
Hardik Pandya, yeah. So I think as long as that communication happens, I think it should be fine. If any of the players, they have that communication with their respective state boards, I think that's okay. But any which ways, the way things are changing in the Indian cricket circuit, you have made domestic cricket mandatory, and obviously the players who are not a regular part of all three formats, I think going ahead, maybe Shashwat is right here, that going ahead you will see them feature more in the Ranji Trophy.
Whenever they are available. Like you saw Hardik Pandya, he was available for the Vijay Hazare S-Match, so he was playing.
See, I will take that into account in October 2025.
Next season, you're
Yeah,
saying.
because this season's done. This season's done for them. Virat is playing one game. Rohit is playing 2 games. Big deal. Big deal. Just because suddenly, belatedly, you are coming back into the scheme of things doesn't wash away all their sins. Virat and Rohit conveniently, along with the collusion of the previous managements, ensured you watered down the Ranji Trophy, you watered down all the other events. You reduced SMAT to a feeder system for the IPL. VHT anyway, because ODIs are not having that much of relevance, you have reduced the VHT also to a very sub-level thing. Dulip, Devdar, you have absolutely cannibalized it. Dulip in particular, you have cannibalized it totally. Zonal? No. India ABC? What is it? I don't know. Only here it can happen. Along with England's Vitality Blast and all the others, what is a proper T20 league or what is a proper zonal team? I don't know. So, yes, Virat may score a 200 at the Arun Jaitley Stadium also. But does it mean that, oh, King Kohli is back? No way. No way. We have seen far too much in the 90s that, oh, people would score on these kind of wickets here in India and then later on flop elsewhere.
Yeah.
This holds true even today. So that's why Rohit failed for 31 runs total combined. Jaiswal 30 runs. Rishabh Pant 18 runs, unfortunately. But at least Yashasvi and Rishabh Pant have played domestic cricket.
Even Shubman Gill is playing.
Shubman Gill,
Yeah.
but Shubman Gill is currently not dismissed yet.
Yeah,
The second
Second
innings,
innings.
yeah.
Why is he
7.
opening? Did you guys discuss about this yesterday?
No, we didn't discuss it, but I think team, it depends upon which team. He's the captain of Punjab. I think apart from Prabh Simran and...
No, he's not the captain.
Shubman is the captain of Punjab.
Oh, yeah.
He's the captain.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Shubman is the
But
captain.
then why is he opening?
Well, I think, see, they don't have any other opening combo, which is why I think Shubman decided to volunteer to open at this point in time. So, yeah.
But then I think we were talking about, you know, Virat and Rohit being a part of Ranji Trophy. No big deal this season. But there's definitely one big deal that's happened for Mumbai today. He's actually saved them from the blushes. Lord Shardul Thakur
Lord, I
scoring a
mean,
century.
113 runs batting at number 8.
Yeah.
Wow, and in the first innings also, he and Tanush Kotian had saved Mumbai from 47 for 7. I mean, this guy, I mean, look at it, Tanush Kotian 58, Shardul Thakur 113 from 7 for 101 with Shams Mulani also gone. What a partnership of 173. Yeah.
Close to 100.
He did a same thing against Tamil Nadu also. He and Tushar Deshpande, remember in that semi-final. Shardul Thakur and Tushar Deshpande ensured Tamil Nadu would pay the price. So Sai Sudarshan, Sai Kishore, all of them went to the cleaners in that particular game.
But Siddharth and Shashwat, early days. But is he really making a case for himself for the England tour?
No.
I mean, he's got a fantastic record in England.
Yeah, he has.
No, he's
No,
unsold.
Shardul was unsold. Yeah.
Unsold. Shardul Thakur's gone unsold.
Last season he played for CSK.
See, I don't mind him being part of the England tour. For two simple reasons. One, he's got a great record in England. He's got 350s at the Oval. Okay. Plus the conditions that are there in England suit his style of bowling more.
He is a much better bowler than Nitish Kumar Reddy in
Yes.
red ball cricket.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely.
Or are we seeing Shardul Thakur go the Steve Smith way? Bowling can take a back. I'm becoming a batter.
No, I think it's too late now.
No, he can still be a late bloomer. Why not?
But to play, he might be in the squad, but to play him, the only person making way for him
Nitish Reddy.
could be Nitya. And
I
that
would agree
won't-
with that. I don't mind. I don't mind a Shardul Thakur
No,
coming
but
in for Nitish
even
Reddy
I
in
wouldn't
England.
mind, but the problem is I don't think that's the way the team management would want to go now.
But imagine Shardul was a regular in the IPL. He doesn't have an IPL spot. I think he will go to county if I'm not mistaken. Will he be allowed to go to county?
Yeah. Why wouldn't he be allowed?
Absolutely. If you're not a part of any IPL team, you can play.
You
county.
can.
Everyone plays
Cheteshwar
that,
Pujara
yeah.
has done it in the
Yeah.
past. Yeah.
I hope he gets it in Division 1, not Division 2. Because Division 2, often we have seen
Not
the
going to
quality
be much
is-
of competitiveness.
Exactly.
With due respect.
Division 1
Go
is
with
much
Prithvi
more
Shaw.
competitive.
Both of them can go.
But yeah, he's Division 2. Nottinghamshire, I think, is Division 2, if I'm not mistaken. Or I may be wrong. So, Shardul Thakur, actually, I think he's making a case for England. Very, very strong case for England. Because of his good record there with the bat as well as with the ball. Plus in the domestic cricket now in both the innings, he's all but rescued Mumbai.
If you go with the same mindset that you went in Australia, that you want to bat as deep as possible, then maybe you compromise on a pacer, get in a Shardul and play Shardul Nitish both. That's one case. Or the second case being Shardul plays in place of Nitish.
I
you're
think
playing
only
I-
once.
I would basically be more tempted to have 3 genuine pace bowlers, one bowling all-rounder in Shardul, and one spin all-rounder in Ravindra
So
Jadeja.
you will not have Nitish in the team. No Nitish.
No, unfortunately for me, he misses out. Just like Siddharth also said.
See, for me, okay, assuming Rohit doesn't make it, okay, Bumrah is your captain, okay, so he will automatically play. Yashasvi Jaiswal, and if Rohit doesn't play, then
Maybe
KL Rahul.
KL.
Maybe
Maybe I think you'll open.
Shubman will be 3. I see Virat playing, how much ever you want to look at it, but I think he is playing England, whether you like it or not. 5 is Rishabh Pant. 6 is
Nitish.
On Virat's current form, I would be more tempted to go with either Devdutt Padikkal or Sarfaraz Khan.
No,
6
dropping Virat will
Jurel.
be. Jurel.
Yeah.
not
Okay, 7 I would go with
Jaddu.
6.
8
You will
Shardul.
not. Won't you
and
go
3
6
bowlers.
at Nitish?
No, I'm not picking. I told Shardul makes it for me. 7 Jaddu, 8 Shardul. Okay. 9 I am going with.
You're going past Sarfaraz.
Yeah.
Why?
I'm not going to go past him for sure.
See,
I would pick him.
What explains Sarfaraz's sudden drop from being picked in the England series, from
not
scoring
being
a
part of the
150?
practice sessions in the BGT.
What has gone wrong with the Indian management that suddenly he's not in the scheme of things?
Perhaps Shashwat
Shami,
can shed some light
Siraj,
on it.
Bumrah. That is my pace bowling lineup. 4 pacers and 1 spinner. That's it. I'm packing my with 6 batters. I'm going back to that old formula because look,
This time you went in with a Nitish, right? At numbers
Arey, you went all the way till number
6,
9.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
You got in white ball mentality and you paid the price for it. And you're not even in the WTC final. What I would,
I'd do that. Even I'd have at 6 I'll have Sarfaraz, 7 I'll have
Or
Jaddu,
Jurel,
8,
for me.
9, 10, 11 I'll have 4 pacers.
4 pacers. That's the way to go about it. You want 20 wickets, but are you so now worried about your
In my
batting?
4 pacers, 1 will be Shardul plus 3
Ah.
pacers.
See, that's why I have Dhruv Jurel for that buffer at 6. Okay. But if both
Just one change. I have Sarfaraz, you have Jurel.
Jurel. But the whole equation goes awry if Rohit and Virat continue to play. Then, boss, you're not making any changes. This is the problem. Virat and Rohit now at this point in time, as far as a red ball form, please, red ball form, they are a liability. They are a massive liability. I'm not shying away from the fact that what it is. For any other side, look at the pressure that Steve Smith and Usman Khwaja were facing prior to the BGT. Massive pressure. But they responded. Khwaja didn't respond, but he probably might not play after the WTC final.
Possible. Or maybe after the Ashes.
I think Ashes too far a bridge. They want a fresh gun opener in the form of a Sam Constas and maybe Nathan McSweeney partnering in that sense.
Possible.
One fire, one ice. Maybe, so that's why. But Shardul Thakur, definitely, I think he's made a case for England. He's not going to be bogged down by the IPL. He's not part of it. I think if he plays the county, then I think he's your automatic slot in for that England tour. Squad and playing 11. Squad and playing 11 was Shardul. So yes, in this way, when we look at it, it's been a rather sorry tale for our India stars. I mean, you look at Rishabh Pant, Rohit Sharma.
Only Ravindra Jadeja has been the shining light.
But did we ever have doubts over Jaddu? Yes, Sena countries we had doubts, but then he was your lone bright star in Brisbane.
Yeah.
You were rotating, chopping and changing in all the other tests. Sundar, Ashwin, Jaddu. Of course, Jaddu failed in Melbourne. There's no two way about it. He failed miserably in Melbourne. Even he didn't get to bowl in Sydney that much. He didn't get to bowl. So that's why, yeah, tough tour. But then, yes, he's responded 12 wickets and 38 runs. So kudos to Jaddu for that at least. But now we will shift our attention not from red ball but to white ball cricket. And after Kolkata, we have seen that the caravan has moved south to the Coromandel coast to Chennai, where India are set to take on England in the second T20I. Gulati, you highlighted that England have made 2 changes, right?
Yeah.
What are the changes?
Bryden Cass is going to come in for Gus Atkinson.
Okay.
And they have also named Jamie Smith in a part
The
of their
wicket-keeper
12-member
batter,
squad.
yeah.
So pretty much, more than 90% of the team remains the same. Just one change, that Gus Atkinson is not going to be a part of this
Of course,
match.
Atkinson was...
Are they going to go with an extra keeper, a batting option, or extra, or the same combination, just swapping one pacer for another
So
pacer?
basically what I feel is that one thing that they have confirmed is that Cass is going to replace Atkinson and Jamie Smith is a part of the 12-member squad. So he could come in for a batter assuming
That means they're
there
going
is
with
any
same
last minute change.
four.
Yeah.
But they're not increasing a batter.
In Chennai. Again, Chennai. Of all places. Where it may not go that much of pace-friendly nature anyway in Chennai.
I think Kolkata should have been enough to maybe, teach England a lesson there or maybe give them a lesson as to what should be their playing 11 for the remaining matches, because I expect spinning tracks for the remaining T20Is too.
Exactly.
I don't expect this series to be a high-scoring one if the pitches are anything to go by similar to what it was in Kolkata.
Exactly. So...
There was nothing wrong in Kolkata.
No, absolutely nothing wrong.
There was absolutely. I think
But
it
at
had.
least it was a slightly tacky wicket, something
No,
that
I
you
think it
don't
was
really
just
see in
due to begin.
Kolkata.
I think it was just a little hold. I didn't feel that either. I
Totally.
think if batting was good from England, 200 what we were expecting 220, 230 was on the card. I think it just batting wasn't good, and India I think bowled terrifically.
England's woeful batting ensured that the pitch was made to look worse. Okay, look at how all the batters fell to Varun Chakravarti. Look at how the batters fell to Akshar Patel. As I had mentioned, hardly one or two bowlers got wickets through the pitch or through the air or through some sheer skill.
Yeah.
Rest of the guys, technical flaws against spin. I mean, you can't keep on slogging across the line and getting gold or misjudging the length. I mean, England were absolutely woeful, which makes me to believe that if England continue the strategy of 4 pacers, I think they are committing harakiri.
Yeah.
Absolute harakiri. And this is an Indian T20I side who are 92% win-loss percentage. When you look at 92% winning from 2024 onwards, they have lost 2 games. If England don't shape up, they'll be shipped out. That is the worst problem that is there. So, as far as India is concerned, okay, there are 2 areas of contention which we will talk about. We'll dedicate the rest of the dugout for this and we'll take questions. In the game that we saw in Kolkata, your spinners were Varun Chakravarti, Akshar Patel, Ravi Bishnoi, Hardik Pandya and Arshdeep were your pacers. Nitish Reddy didn't get a bowl at all. Okay, 5 proper pacers. Bowlers, sorry. 3 spinners, 2 fast bowlers. In Chennai, do you see a Mohammad Shami turn up and maybe replace one of the spinners in Bishnoi, or do you see Shami sitting out for a longer period? Because there were reports apparently that he is experiencing some swelling in his knee again. What do you think, guys? The floor is open. Do you think that Mohammad Shami is going to make it for Chennai, or do you think he's going to sit out?
I think as much as I want Shami to be a part of this playing 11, I really want him to return for the T20Is and obviously the ODIs too. I don't see him playing the second T20I. I think India would want to stick with the winning combination, and had this, T20I been in a different venue, let's say had it been in Kolkata, had it been in Mohali or Dharamshala, then I would have, probably thought of, having Mohammad Shami in my playing 11. But then Chennai track, I'm expecting it to be on the slower side, better to stick with 3 spinners. Any which ways, England's big weakness is against spin. So I might as well, just stick with the winning combination and have Shami for the latter part of the series. But then, his injury reports once again that he's again experiencing some kind of swelling. I think once again there has to be proper communication by the BCCI to the media persons, and obviously there has to be a proper report from the NCA also as to why once again he has, begun to, have that swelling again, something that was obviously the case in the past few months or so, and it's once again resurfaced. So maybe I think the question marks have to be raised again, assuming that he's injured. So I think these are the only 2 ways that I can look at it. That Chennai track, expecting it to be a slow one, better to stick with the winning combination, have 3 spinners, and in case of Shami, if there is any injury, let's just have some more clear communication by the top board. What do you think?
I think I'll get in a Shami. I think you were a pacer short somehow.
And replace whom?
I'd replace a spinner.
Bishnoi or Akshar?
Bishnoi.
But Akshar, any which way, is your vice captain.
Yeah, because I feel that day, you had Varun to begin with. Arshdeep Singh absolutely bowled tremendously. Even Varun Chakravarti. So you did not face any problem. But sorry. But if either one of the bowlers does not have the best of the days and sort of is taken to the cleaners, then you don't have anyone to fall back on.
Yeah.
Nitish Reddy, in the conditions that I saw in Kolkata, if there he would have came in, I think the English batters would have played him with ease. To begin with, Hardik Pandya was taken to the cleaners. Akshar Patel, they played really well. Bowlers who are a little bit more flattish, a little bit more straightish, who don't have too much in their bowling as far as variation and more tricks up their sleeve is concerned, those bowlers can be taken to the cleaners. That's why, just to give it a little cushioning. And why do I need to bat till so long? If my team is going to, if the Indian team is going to chase down 230 odd, 220 odd, then I think majority of the job will be done by the top order that day also. We saw 200, 300 India closing in on 300 in South Africa, But that also, it wasn't the lower order or the middle order who was coming in and firing those runs. It was always the top order where you got majority of the runs. And I think that's exactly what the case is going to be moving ahead also. I do understand the role of all-rounders in T20, but somewhat, I think bowling is something that you need. It's that impact that gives you. You need to contain the other team as well. So as soon as Bethel, we haven't seen that much of. Livingston, we haven't seen that much of till now in the series. So if anyone has a good day, you need somebody to contain that. And I think that is something that's missing in the Indian team, because Arshdeep, you can bowl out straight away in the beginning. Then who will bowl for you in the depth? All these things are a concern. Those things did not come to the front because India ended up winning that game quite convincingly. But that is something that can backfire. So before it backfires, I'd like to protect myself with that, because batting till 12, 11, yeah, that's great in T20, but bowling needs to be something. You cannot have Hardik Pandya be sharing the new ball. Again, he's a good bowler, but on his day, that can really backfire.
See, I'm just looking at Mohammad Shami's T20I numbers, and I'll also look at his T20 numbers. T20I's 23 matches, 24 wickets at an average of 29.62, economy rate of 8.94. IPL, when you look at it, same. 8.93 is his economy rate when you look at IPL, okay? And 8.43, okay? 127 wickets in 110 games, okay? Now, it's 1-1 at this point in time. You will not include a Shami, you will include a Shami, okay? But you have to also understand the opposition that we're dealing with is England, okay? Now, Arshdeep, look at how things will pan out, okay? Arshdeep will bowl 2 in the power play or 3 in the power play and bowl 1 or 2 in the death. Okay. Hardik will bowl straight out in the power play. Straight out. He'll bowl all 4 because he's not a death overs bowler by any stretch. You didn't use Nitish Reddy. You didn't need to. It is your spinners that held up the middle overs in all the conditions that were there. You look at all the flatter conditions in India, it was the spinners that helped you. South Africa, spinners helped you, especially Varun Chakravarti. You look at the Sri Lanka series, it was
Chennai wicket isn't the same Chennai wicket that we are thinking of. We saw it in the IPL.
Yeah, it was two-paced. It was two-paced.
Later on in the IPL, to begin with, it was a high-scoring venue.
Yeah, but then look at the time now when it was played. It was April, March to May. That time Chennai changes character totally, but this is January. And a Chennai wicket in January is aided by the northeast monsoon. It's at this period when you get rain in Chennai.
Yeah.
Yes, the weather is fine for Chennai tomorrow, but the wicket will be a googly in Chennai, okay? But looking at the way how I see it, Shami, when you look at IPL, he hasn't done outstandingly well in the death overs, barring one season when he was the leading wicket taker for Gujarat Titans. Okay. Shami, in other times, he's gone for runs in T20Is. So that's why his impact as such is a little bit hyped when you look at it.
No, by Shami, what I mean is that I think you should have one more bowler in your arsenal. And that's who you have. That's all you have. Mohammad Shami is in the squad. You have no other pace. That's Harshit Rana definitely. But you'd also want to give some game time to Shami. That's why I'll get in Shami.
Because on this wicket, Chennai wicket, if I have to look at, I don't think Shami is the right fit. And anyway, you're winning. And Surya Yadav is not someone who will chop and change. I think we didn't see that in the T20Is that he's been winning. He didn't chop and change much.
Yeah.
So, when you look at
Just
it...
one or two changes here and there.
Yeah, that was according to the composition and everything. But I think I'm making it 2-1 in your favor, Gulati. I don't think Shami will play for one more reason. England's main problem isn't pace. England's main problem is spin.
True.
3 spinners, one is a left armer who skids it through, another is a leg spinner but who only bowls googlies, the other is a mystery spinner who you've done a video as to how Varun Chakravarti 2.0 is now far better than Varun Chakravarti in 2021 because he possesses certain skills at this stage. Chakravarti in Chennai, Aksar in Chennai, Bishnoi in Chennai.
Who bowls for you in the depth then with Arshdeep?
It will have to be either of the spinners to do it. Chakravarti and Bishnoi. Yeah. Chakravarti has bowled in the death, by the way.
So that worked that on Saturday. Day before yesterday, that worked. And I get
Wednesday,
on Wednesday. That worked. But that day, the England team was down and out by then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. As soon as they are on top, then who will get you back in the game? You have just 2 game-changing bowlers Arshdeep and Varun Chakravarti at this point of time. Who gets you back in the game if they are on top of you?
Look, there is far more chances that the wicket is absolutely like a belter, like what we saw in the IPL, like in Delhi, in Kolkata, in Hyderabad, in Vizag. Most likely it is just spinners who will get you back. The pacers will be tongued all over the park. You saw, like in the India innings and even in the England innings, who went for most runs was Hardik Pandya in the India innings, and in the England bowling innings, it was Gus Atkinson. 2 overs for 38. He got dropped. Extreme pace is not working. Jofra Archer managed to bowl well, and that's why he got 2 for 21. He was the best of the bowlers then. But then you already have a Arshdeep who's doing the damage, left armour. It's a toss-up between Hardik and Shami at this point in time. But then you're not going to drop a spinner in conditions in India which will aid spin.
But you have other spinning options also, is what I'm saying.
who?
Abhishek can chip in, Tilak can chip in.
No, they're not proper full-time spinners.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're proper full-time spinners. You have 2 proper full-time spinners, 8 overs are sorted for you. Plus 4 overs, 12 overs are sorted for you with Arshdeep. As soon as you get in a Shami, you have a cushioning in that sense.
Even without Shami, you have 10 bowling options. Consider
Correct.
that. Except for your keeper in Sanju Samson, who doesn't bowl. Abhishek, left arm spin. Tilak Verma, off spin. Okay.
So Yashasvi is not there.
Yeah, Rinku Singh can also bowl spin. Okay. Surya Kumar Yadav can chip in with spin. Okay. You've got spinners galore, I agree, but then they are not going to chip in unless one of the spinners has a terrible day. So, 4 overs, 60 runs, or 2 overs, 45 runs, something of that
But
kind.
that can happen with an Aksar or a Bishnoi.
See, Aksar went for 15 runs.
Yeah, but he pulled it back. Yeah, he definitely did.
And I don't think this Chennai wicket will be like the ones that we saw in the IPL. It won't be 260, 270, 280. It'll be at max a 160, 170 kind of a wicket, which you look at it. It's January.
What do you think was the wicket that day? How much scores if England would have
If
batted?
England would have batted well, 180.
No. I think
200.
200 plus.
Yeah.
210, 212, 15.
200.
It was absolute. I think just
See,
to
with
begin with, it was definitely stopping a bit, but I think just for an over or two.
But again, looking at England's weakness against spin, that's why I'd given a conservative estimate of 180. It's because for their weakness against spin, nothing else. So that is why I think Shami won't play. I think for me, the same 11 plays what happened in Kolkata, the same 11 will play in
unless
Chennai
there is
also.
any last minute injury or something, then you can have a change. But then
The
any
Indian
which
cricket
ways-
team were supposed to hold a press conference at 5:30, and I don't think they have done it yet. So that's why let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Once the press conference is there, we'll be doing an update of that on Sports Today also. Now the final question before we take our comments: Surya Kumar Yadav. Ever since Surya Kumar Yadav played in the T20 World Cup and until now, he has actually not set the stage on fire. Let's be very honest about it. Surya Kumar Yadav, are you worried about his form? Or do you think it's just, he's the captain, he's winning, it can be brushed under the carpet? But if you say that you're worried about the day when your pacer or somebody, the buffer isn't there in the bowling, are you worried that Surya not firing could actually disrupt the batting?
No, I'm not going into too much into that because the kind of the brand India is playing at this point, the brand of cricket they're playing, I think such days will come. Abhishek Sharma also has fired after a very long time. We saw Tilak fire in between for a while. So I think with that approach, you'll have days when batters alone run away with the game. And I know that Surya is capable of doing that for me. So that's why I'm absolutely confident about that.
Yeah, same. I don't think that there's any cause of concern for that matter. I think he's going to come good. He has been like one of India's top run scorers in the T20I format in the last few years or so. I think it's fine. It's going to be okay. And obviously the question marks are going to be asked maybe, at the end of the series if he doesn't really get going in any of the remaining 4 T20Is.
Even if it's India's final or 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you would see Surya Kumar Yadav, the captain is different and the batter is different. So if he is not really scoring those runs, then I think you would really want to have a chat with him as to how, where things are probably going wrong or what does he really need, as far as his batting position is concerned. Because I don't see any changes. He's, batting at 3 or 4 depending upon who gets out first, Abhishek Sharma or Sanju Samson. So I don't really think that's going to be a cause of concern. But yeah, let's see.
See, he did hit a very attacking 50 in South Africa. Okay. But those are not Surya Kumar Yadav's high standards. He's hit hundreds for fun. But Surya Kumar Yadav, I'm not going to judge him by his batting or his captaincy. It was his catch that helped you win the T20 World Cup final. It was the catch. So that is why, see, Bangladesh, South Africa, he's managed to do well in patches there. In the 2 tours that he went, I think he scored a 50 in one of the matches there.
Yeah.
In this tour, I don't think he scored. He hit a 50 versus Bangladesh.
Yeah.
He didn't play Zimbabwe. Sri Lanka, the pitches there ensured that, okay.
I think it's been okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So that is why I think you are going to see Surya Kumar Yadav perform. I think it's only a matter of time. But then no one's focusing much because India are winning. 92% win percentage, and on top of that, sky ball versus baseball, the entire thing, records will be broken and all of that. Nah, I don't think. But yes, there will be concerns. I mean, if this form slump continues and India start to lose, then questions will be asked at this stage. So, yep. So, SHAMI not playing for both of us, he plays for you. We both unanimously agree, I think it's just about 1 or 2 matches. Surya might come back to form. We'll see those 360 flicks that are there at this stage. So, yes. Do you think that England have the firepower to stop India, or do you think India are just unstoppable?
No, I don't think that England have the firepower. With all due respect, I think they are a good T20I team. But what they really need to work on is 2 things. Number one, I think their players' technique against the spin bowlers is still questionable. Something that Siddharth also pinpointed in the last post match that we did after the opening T20I. That's a problem that's been there for 200 years now. That's what you said. 200 so I think obviously they really need to work on it, keeping all jokes aside. And secondly, you need an ideal partner for Adil Rashid. You cannot really bank on Liam Livingstone to get the job done. Livingstone is a good, he's a handy bowler in the middle overs of the T20I. But then, not really sure. I think you need a specialist spinner there. Maybe Ryan Ahmed, they could have probably, had him. But I'm not really sure about it. So, I think these are the 2 departments wherein if England don't really make those quick changes, I think then it's any which ways the series is going to go in favor of India.
Yeah, I mean, I think England have come here undercooked. I don't think that they picked the wrong team firstly in Kolkata. If they continue to play those pace barrage there, I think they will suffer. They'll continue to
could have gone with an extra batter in that sense.
Maybe that's why Jamie Smith has been included in the 12. Maybe that'll be an inclusion. And maybe...
Should be. I think that should be one inclusion they should make. Yep. And I think if they somehow manage to play Varun Chakravarti, I think they can still make a comeback. But the problem is that Varun Chakravarti is such a big threat for them that because Varun Chakravarti does not let them take no runs, plus they give away their wickets also, then they have to attack others. And what others do then is that they also end up getting wickets. So I think Varun Chakravarti is the biggest threat. They do not know how to go about him. They have no clue. They don't have. You saw Liam Livingstone, what he tried to do over there with Varun Chakravarti. They just don't have any clue how to go about a Varun Chakravarti.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So that's about it. I think it's India's start as the favourites heading into Chennai because they're already 1-0 up and they have not lost a series for 6 years here.
Yep.
So it will take something superhuman from England. They have to pick the right team first. And if they can counter the spin threat well, then I think they can have a chance in the series. Otherwise, nothing can stop the Indian team at this point, especially Surya Kumar Yadav's Indian team. Now, Shashank Singh is saying, why have the BCCI administrators banned the wives and the BCCI diktat that you've done? Doesn't make sense. I mean, many people have said, even Josh Butler said, I don't think that works.
Absolutely. Even I don't agree with it. See, these long tours are stressful, and that's what even Brad Hogg also focused on in the video that we did, that you would need your family to be alongside you throughout the tour, or maybe for most of the days, because it's never easy for players, to be on such long tours for a long time, being away from their families. In a way, it does not really make sense. I think there should have been a post-mortem of the fact that why did you pick 9 batters for the BGT? It did not really work. I think there should have been, some of the tactical changes that should have been questioned. But then, in case of BCCI, what they have really focused on are the things which, according to me at least, don't really make too much sense.
They haven't dropped the players, but they have definitely dropped the players' wives and girlfriends.
Yeah, in a way, it does not make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean, it's again a knee-jerk reaction. I would say it's a knee-jerk reaction, but then sometimes it has gotten out of hand in certain players' case. I mean, it's unfortunate. We're not naming them, but then it has gotten out of hand sometimes. I hate the Hiballa. Why does he hate the Hiballa? Vidya Balan should tweet. What a player, what a selfless act, giving his wicket to young J&K bowler to encourage and boost them. Hey, come on, yeah. I
I
mean,
think these are too many memes now.
too many. I mean,
jokes
come
now.
on. I mean, Rohit doesn't get out on purpose. Like, he tried to do something, but it just didn't work. Dhanush, Lord Thakur, more Test 50s outside Asia than Rishabh Pant. I think he's got one agenda. Dhanush is to always ensure Rishabh Pant is put down. I mean, absolute. Or is he talking about Shubman Gill? Shubman Gill, I think.
Yeah, could be either.
It is Shubman Gill. Sorry, not
Rishabh Pant, I think, would have more.
Yeah, he's got
Rishabh
Shubman
Pant
Gill.
is
He's talking about
your-
Shubman Gill.
Rishabh
Shubman,
Pant is your
91.
best keeper batter in Test cricket of all
Dhanush,
time.
I stand corrected. You have an agenda not against Rishabh Pant. You have an agenda against Shubman Gill. Okay. Dex says, Sasha Zverev, this generation's Marat Safin. Marat Safin much more talented than Alexander Zverev, I would just say. Sasha Zverev, if he wins the Australian Open, then I think you can put him as this generation's Marat Safin.
Yeah.
But he's been far too inconsistent against the big players. Marat Safin was good against Sampras. He was good against Agassi. So that's why he was better in that sense. Pawan Holla, we should identify proper 15 test players who are performing well in Ranji Trophy. Reward them with India A and make them travel across Sena country for 1 year so you can create good test pool of players. What a paradise that is.
Yeah.
What an idealistic paradise Pawan Holla has presented us.
Ideally going to happen.
I think you're going
It will never happen.
It will.
you
eventually.
will
How?
play. You will play England Lions in I think 2 or 3 4-day matches before the England tour this year.
You will, but
I think
then,
a lot-
as you know, the England Lions and all the other things, it's really not great at this stage. Whatever practice you get, it's all hyped. I don't know. But then if you get used to condition, look, classic example, Prime Minister's 11. Did you set Adelaide on fire? You're woeful in Adelaide. Isn't
Just
it?
had a day.
Yeah, so Anshu Mishra is saying, Sid sir, Ponting, Waugh and Border completed 10k test runs as captain. So to continue this legacy, God denied Steve Smith 10k runs in Sydney by 1 run. And now he'll also make 10k as captain in SL. GOAT.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He really
man.
had an injury concern before the Sri Lanka tour. Had that elbow issue.
Yeah.
Now he's been cleared. To
He's
take
been,
part.
even Matthew Kuhneman has been cleared. So all the Australia hopefuls are back on track.
They are not going to have Pat comments.
Yeah. Okay, Abhishek Rawat. Namaste, gents. Pick one from each. Ian Smith versus Ravi Shastri.
That's tough.
Ian Smith versus Ravi Shastri. You would pick as the best commentator.
I think it's tough, but I'm going to go with Ian Smith.
I'm going to go with Ravi Shastri just because of the moments he's been there.
No brainer. Ian Smith.
Yeah.
Far better. Much 100x better. Ian Bishop versus Nasser Hussain. Oh, that is a tough one.
That's actually a very tough one because both the commentators are really, on the top of their material. When
I
they
will
are-
use Shashwat's example in this case.
Yeah.
Ian Bishop.
Yeah, Ian Bishop.
I think it's a
For me
very
too.
close call. I think I would say it's a tie. I cannot pick one.
No, this is not.
No,
what
pick
we can
one.
do.
Pick one.
Okay, Nasser Hussain.
Oh, 2-1 in Ian Bishop's favor, 2-1 in favor of Ian Smith's favor. Okay. Mark Howard versus Pommy Ambangwa.
Mark Howard.
Build a man a statue. I second that.
Yeah, same.
Mark Howard, absolutely. Love that guy.
No,
He's
but
a breath
it's a
of...
tough one. Ian Bishop
Yeah,
versus
Pommy
Nasser
Ambangwa is
Hussain.
also great. But yeah, Mark
Yeah.
Howard, love that guy. I thought after many stalwarts exited the Australian broadcast, I thought, who's going to do it? But Kerry O'Keefe and Mark Howard have really done a great job.
Yeah, they have.
They do have some good support staff in Brendan Julian, Adam Gilchrist, and Mark Waugh. And Isagua also does commentary for them. But I would say Mark Howard, build a man a statue. Freaking awesome. Only 2 T20Is have been played in Chepauk. Yes. Traditional Chennai wicket usually supports both pace and spin with good carry. India should go with one more leading pacer besides Arshdeep. Yeah, he's echoing Shashwat's point that, yep, play a SHAMI, but then who would you drop? Ravi Bishnoi. You would play only 2 spinners on a Chennai deck which is there.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's. I'm not going to take that, because that's an article which has been written. I know what he's talking about, but then let's reserve the comment because someone had to do a job, and if you don't agree with it, it's unfortunate.
True.
But you're free to disagree with it also. But out of 28 runs, he scored 26 only in boundaries. That's a fact.
And that headline also meant that exactly.
Yeah.
It meant
Even
that, but
somebody
then
sent it to me
look,
too.
see, people, if you want to follow Rohit Sharma's thing that people with a mic, laptop, pen and all cannot criticize us, then in that sense, criticism from anybody is not valid.
True.
Then we can also know, you don't know our job, how dare you criticize us? But then, yeah, you are free to say that you disagree also with it. Look, simple thing, he started off with a bang, that is not disputed. The nature of the medium, the language of the medium is such that, yes, it might prove to be very over the top, over dramatic.
Exactly.
But then he didn't make a big score.
Yeah.
As simple as that. I don't know whether I've supported the article, whether I've supported you. I really don't know about it. So take it with a pinch of salt. That's all I would agree with it. And that's about it. Is it done then? It's done. So, yep, any other comments that we have got? Oh, Sidvi, there's a comment addressed to me at this stage. Okay. Priyanshu, Sidvi, baseball is a big fraud. I've been saying it from day one. They select T20 players in test and now selecting test players in T20. McCullum is just hype, zero result. It works only on fat tracks.
I think McCullum is only going to get an extension until the India tour.
No, T20 World Cup. That's it.
Or maybe that. Yeah.
That's it. But I've been saying it from day one.
I think they should be opening with Harry Brook.
You open with anybody.
Good option. Yeah, I like that.
Why? Okay, see, you got Duckett. Okay, you say Duckett goes to number 3 and Brook and Butler open.
No, even Salt is fine. Butler at 3 is fine.
Phil Salt, okay, Phil Salt.
Salt and Harry. See, Harry Brook has a problem against spinners, right? Don't let him play. Reach the spinner.
No, but overall,
I at Delhi Capitals would want him to open, personally.
Yeah, I think it's a good option. He and Jake Fraser-McGurk.
Yeah, sure. Hey, but Phil Salt, isn't he RCB?
RCB?
Yeah. Jake Fraser-McGurk is Delhi Capitals,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And Harry Brook too.
Harry Brook. You got a very weak opening combination this time.
Why?
I mean,
So many.
I think they'll probably open with the JFM and KL Rahul.
Yeah, that's who.
Yeah.
that's I am telling you now, JFM, I don't think.
Then instead of JFM, you have Faf, na?
Faf. But then,
Oh
yeah,
yes,
you're Faf.
Faf is
But
a
then-
good option. Yes.
Okay.
He's actually a steal for you.
Yeah, he is.
Just
He
2
is.
CR.
Yeah. But I think he'll be found out this season.
Yeah, I think last time also he was about to get found
Yeah.
out. He's now
Bowlers
scored
have figured him out.
90 something in BBL recently.
I mean, a Bumrah will just bowl in a Yorker. Others will just run in. I mean,
Bumrah too, he took to the cleaners last time.
but a Bumrah will take that line down. Siraj might not take it lying down. All will go after him. Because he did that, he's a marked man. And that's where your temperament will come in, whether he can repeat it this year also. And in Australia, you've seen, Australia you can score, but okay. Let's see. I mean, if that happens, and Delhi Capitals can really do well at this stage. Anshu Mishra said, sir, tell us what happened in Pakistan versus SL 2006 Test match where Pass scored 504 runs, reply to England 173, but umpire awarded game to England due to ball time of 60. Okay, so firstly, Anshu Mishra, it was not Pakistan SL 2006, it was Pakistan England 2006
Darrell
at
Harper.
the Oval. Yes.
Mishra is as old as I am.
Yeah.
I
So
was 5.
what happened then was that, yes, you are right that England were bundled out for 173. Pakistan made 504. Mohammad Yusuf continuing his great run. Kevin Peterson was on 96 at that time. But then what happened was Darrell Hare took the ball and then he was saying that something was wrong with it. Okay. He then told the opposition, he didn't consult with Pakistan. He thought maybe the ball had gone out of shape. So you normally consult with the captain that you want to change a ball. He told England, you choose the ball. And without warning to Inzamam ul Haq, he signaled 5 penalty runs, which directly implicated that Pakistan were found guilty of ball tampering, of cheating.
Yeah.
And after they found that out, England refused to resume the game. And because of that, the game was awarded to England. The first time in the 150 plus years of Test cricket is the only instance.
England won that series 2-0 or 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0. So that's what happened, Anshu Mishra, in that particular series. So
Last comment of
Last
the day?
comment of the day, Akhil Tilak. Can someone explain what is X Factor player?
Shashwat will explain.
Everyone says Pant is an X Factor. I can't even name any of his X Factor knocks. In 100 innings he played for India. Can you please name few
No, in ODI cricket,
X
obviously,
Factor? Let an X Factor guy say
ODI
it.
cricket, he's still, yet to come
X
to his
factor
own,
is
but
anyone who
Test,
can
he's the best.
win you the game from any situation where you might not be thinking, like in Adam Gilchrist. I think Adam Gilchrist was an X
good
factor.
one, good option.
It's just
AB
that
de Villiers.
AB de Villiers again.
Surya Kumar Yadav.
Hardik.
I'm talking about more in the middle order.
Okay, let's say proper batter. Only a proper batter. Proper
where it's
batter.
done and dusted, I think. From
see,
there, if somebody can win you a game, who has the capability
Pant
of
hasn't
doing that.
done well in T20Is. That much I know.
Yeah.
Okay. IPL, he just has that one knock that he hit against Sunrisers
But I think Rishi said
Hyderabad.
it's also, why he's still given that rope in other formats also is what I was even thinking about. That maybe because it's more about the temperament. See, adjusting to format is something that players in today's day and age can do. But the kind of temperament he's shown in Test cricket, I think that's the temperament that everyone bangs on when it comes to the other formats.
Yeah, so if you want Pant in Test cricket, I mean, look at his 89 in Gaba, look at his 100 in Cape Town, but we still lost. But it was still, you gave yourself a good fight. It was the bowlers that let you down in Cape Town, okay?
Yeah.
That was the second one I can think of. Look at his knock in Birmingham against England 2022. But you suffered a collapse. That is why. But that was an X factor knock. Let's make he absolutely took Jack Leach to the cleaners in that particular game. So there are knocks. Yes, white ball cricket, barring that 125 at Old Trafford, he hasn't done much.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes, yes.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes. Glenn Maxwell. 201 Afghanistan. They will never relive that all over again. Maxwell not in the IPL. He's not an X factor in the IPL at all. He's been only one season, but he's been
2014,
underwhelming.
yeah.
He's been very underwhelming. Steve Smith can be an X factor, clutch player. Travis Head. Travis Head is an X factor.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris Gayle, yeah. Chris Gayle was like simply one of the best IPL players. Oh, he was the GOAT, IPL GOAT. He didn't get his due in West Indies cricket. I think he didn't get his due that much. He was a great, great player.
I think it was more about Kieran Pollard.
Lasith Malinga.
Kieran Pollard, Lasan Malinga. Even Varun Chakravarti for that matter. He's also an
early,
X factor.
It's turning out to be.
Yeah.
Let's wait for one more year.
Yeah.
If he can continue to do in like what a Bumrah has done, what a Malinga does, then maybe that can be an X factor.
True.
Yep. Suggest him a book that will aid me to be more calm. Abhishek Rawat.
Autobiography of a yogi.
The Little Black Book for Tremendous Calmness, never written by Siddharth Vishwanathan.
Autobiography of a yogi.
monk who
Even
sold a
Virat
Ferrari.
Kohli's read it.
That's a good one, actually.
The monk who sold a Ferrari.
That's a good
Who
one.
sold his Ferrari, sorry. Yeah. So that can calm you. Yeah. But it's very
No, but
tough.
Abhishek, I would really suggest you to read the biography of Kobe Bryant. It's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Or anything, any book on Sachin Tendulkar. That should make you happy. Isn't it? So, yep. That is about it from this edition of the Dugout. It was fun interacting with you guys. And tomorrow, we will join you at 6:30 p.m. IST for the toss between India versus England. The second T20I begins tomorrow in Chennai at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium. And let's hope the weather is fine. January at this time technically does rain, but I think the worst of the rain is behind us. And let's hope it stays like that. And third T20I first. I know the first T20I. When was the second T20I? I don't remember. In Chennai. Only two T20Is have ever been played in. I think it was India West Indies, and one was India New Zealand.
Yeah.
Chennai, which India lost by 1 run in Chepauk. But I don't know. I think it was India West Indies, if I'm not mistaken.
You're talking about the India New Zealand. That was the comeback of Yuvraj Singh.
2012.
But that was played in the middle of the year.
Yeah, October, November, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. Yeah, so we'll join you for that. And tomorrow is the Australia Open Women's Singles Final also. We'll be bringing you an update there also. And in Sunday, yes, it could have been Super Sunday had it been a Djokovic-Sinner encounter, but no, it is Yannick Sinner in the final along with Alexander Zverev. So let's see how that pans out. So from me, Shashwat and Sid Gulati, it is thank you. So we told live at 6:30 p.m. IST. So yep, we'll be there at that time. But they're not subscribing. Oh, that's why I'm saying from all of us here, it's bye-bye, but you have to subscribe so that you know when you get all these things. From me, Shashwat Sid Gulati, it is bye-bye, Nandri, Shubh Ratri, Shabba Khair, eat your vegetables.
Don't trouble your mother.
Stay safe and subscribe to Sports Today.
Enjoy the weekend.